And we're facing a FIDE master who's rated 2479. Goes d4, d5. We'll play the best move order of getting the London against first move d5, which is knight f3, and then bishop to f4. c5, e3, knight c6, knight b to d2. I'm expecting some spicy main lines. Against queen b6, that's a thing. We'll have to transpose back into like the Jobava London. I don't think it's good to take, and because of knight b5, and other than that, he can either play bishop d7 or a6. Wow, he goes for the quick bite on b2. I was believing he can either play that or that. I think bishop d7 is like an annoying line, but yeah, I think this is winning now for me. Like knight a6, rook b1, rook a1. Yeah, this is for sure winning. Watch this, guys. Rook a1 will take there, and then we're gonna be using this idea of going knight c7, and I believe white should be winning. I'm not sure though. It's definitely not over just yet, but I think objectively speaking, we should be doing very well at this point at least. Go z6. We can always go like knight e5. Could also just, you know, try to focus on developing bishop e2, this kind of stuff. cd, just castle. I think I like that, you know. There's no need to complicate. I could have thrown in this check. So like if we recapture his ideas to go bishop b4 check. And yeah, I could also play knight e5. Do we like knight e5? I think I like it, and then I'm gonna go castle. Idea is to like force his king to e8, and then knight c7 will be a big threat. Well, we can collect the rook. I don't buy what he's doing. I'm just gonna grab material. Yeah, we're gonna be extrapolating the knight like this, I believe. I'm just gonna collect the second exchange, and then on bishop b4 just play king f1. If knight e4, I mean, doesn't really have a real threat. Oh, he plays king e7 even, blocking the bishop. That was unexpected. And we get a quick win. Let's go. How to win from the opening with the London against the FIDE master. That was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure like knight c3 is theory, and like bishop d7 is kind of the annoying line. Where I believe best, I think I've covered this on YouTube, is to take and then just get back into the Jobava London. Because taking on b2 is not really that advisable, I believe, because of this. Now I remember I'm recommending this on YouTube, and on bishop b5. Yeah, I mean, most people recommend here something like bishop e5, I believe. But I like this line with knight b5 and then going queen d4. Yeah, forcing queens off and then going for the intermezzo. And these positions are actually close to winning for white. In fact, they can improve here and play queen a3, but I don't know. I don't think many people will go for that. And bishop d7 is kind of better than a6, because on a6 I believe there's knight a4. And yeah, we managed to get into a very pleasant structure. Like they have to do this move, but after taking, again, like if they ever go b5, we can just play knight c5, and yeah, white is just much better. Play b4, bishop d3, short castle. And if they don't go b5, I mean, play like e6, this knight can, you know, come back into the game with like b4, knight c5, bishop to d3, and the normal London play, just that we have extra space on the queen side. So he took on b2, which I believe is just losing. Yeah, I believe this was first line. I took on a6 and played knight c7, and apparently on king d7. Oh, I was supposed to go knight e5. He's supposed to go king d8. That was bad. I'm supposed to throw in this move because they can't take because of, you know, knight d3 or knight c4, picking up the queen. I played it quite inaccurate. Yikes. I mean, knight 8 still like completely winning, and okay, should have really played knight e5. Should have really played knight e5 at first. But okay, like last moment I played it. And then I also took on f7, which is fine. I mean, you can also castle with winning position, by the way. And he just gave up here because yeah, I'm up too much material. Okay, that's how I like my London wins. Nice and quick. Okay, we get a white piece against an IM. What a game this will be. He goes d5, and it's time to use the best move order. Play second move knight f3, and then bishop to f4. So after c5, gonna be playing e3, and on knight c6, gonna be going knight b2 d2, which is like the key move. He plays e6, knight b d2 remains very solid line anyways, and now we're just gonna be playing c3. Idea to play bishop d3, so we can meet c4 with bishop to c2, and now we get back into the bishop to d6 main lines. So now because he has committed to playing this bishop d6 move with c5 as well, we can just play bishop to g3, and we're going back into the main lines, because a lot of people are like confused when to play bishop g3 and when not. And against b6, sure, you can play queen e2, go for like the old main lines with queen e2 and rook d1 like Kamsky does, but I like e4. This is actually like my favorite line. Bishop e7, e5, knight h5, knight g5. This is some new theory. I have a video about this particular line for white. He's supposed to take, I take with a queen, g6, queen e2, and that kind of stuff. I think it's like a really fun line to play. This could be perhaps what I'm going to be recommending for chessable. I haven't decided just yet, but it's a very decent line. And now we just go h4 and play for compensation. I think this might actually be objectively even slightly better than the old main lines with queen e2. Even though in the database they tend to score quite well, I think, yeah, I found some lines together with a computer that can be quite problematic if you're looking for an opening edge. So here I think we get a better chance. People usually play here bishop h6, h5, and then g5. But I guess it's a tricky position to play if you see it for the first time, and my opponent is, yeah, burning some time. So I'm guessing he's not very familiar with this line. If he takes on d2, I think we're happy because his dark squares are gonna feel yeah, quite soft, and perhaps we can infiltrate with a queen there together with like an h5 move. That would be sort of the dream scenario. And yeah, he goes bishop h6 finally. He'll probably go g5. I think that's the right move, and then we probably castle short as far as I can remember. Yeah, he normally takes on c3, I believe. Yeah, I'm just gonna take back with the b pawn, and yeah, we'll see. Yeah, he breaks with f5. This is kind of typical still, I would say. And after queen there, I believe there's like a bishop b5 move that is normally annoying, fighting for the e5 square. If dc, I think we can take on c6, and rook is kind of trapped. So he needs to play some kind of bishop somewhere to defend the knight. And then we could potentially just give up that, play bishop e5, or yeah, how does this go? Bishop e5, there might be some d3 weird tactic, weird intermezzo. I don't know. Shall we start knight f3? I think that's like decent. He may play something like g4, then knight e5. I think I like knight f3. I think I like knight f3 because I don't think he can take twice because of rook c1 in the end. And then there's like some issues with this knight. And if he plays g4, there's knight e5. And I believe if he takes, he is in trouble because queen e7. Yeah, we can take on g4 in some lines, and that looks like very dangerous. So I think, yeah, sometimes you play positional, you just take on c6. Yeah, he goes g4, but there's knight e5 as I was saying. Take with a bishop. He perhaps wants bishop b5 that I missed. That could be a problem. So like queen g4, queen g5, queen e6, rook f7. I might be losing there. Yikes! I think I did quite a big blunder. Has this move. Wow, I forgot that he can play queen g5 in this position. Yikes, that is just not good. Has rook f7. Any way to like complicate this? Maybe f4? Or like queen d5? No, queen d5. How about this? Okay, maybe I might get lucky. Okay, but now f4. And then we pick up the bishop perhaps? I might get lucky with this. Might get incredibly lucky, yeah? Okay, it looks like we're getting incredibly lucky. Okay, and then we take the rook, yeah? incredibly lucky game. I just feel that like the luckiest bastard ever for winning this game, but I don't know. Let's actually check it. Like, it felt I should have been in good shape, but it was definitely not a book win. So yeah, so far everything was like theory. I think I explained it well so far, and then yeah, this is still like a line. Still a line. I think castling is also a line. He went f5 and I went bishop b5, which I was not sure it's a line. Apparently he can play knight f3 as well. So okay, bishop b5, I think it's fine. He somehow needs to find d5 here. I don't really understand why. But okay, apparently he can play it positional. So like, I've considered this line. And normally, yes, you are down a pawn, I think. Yeah, if we count, like how many? Like 6 against. No, it's actually equal pawns. Yeah, I just cannot count pawns. Those are like really nice positions because you pretty much have like an improved French. And yeah, main reason why I was afraid of this was because of d3. But I can just take and play rook e1 and I'm just much better because his king has been weakened. I went for knight f3. He went g4 and apparently I'm supposed to go knight h2 and I'm just winning immediately. Because there seems to be no good way in defending the g4 pawn, and if he does something like this, would be best computer line. Then after bishop d3, his queen is kind of in trouble if I'd had to explain engine's moves. So, funny line here, go c4. Okay, and like white is... I mean, king is completely naked. Look at this king. He's so naked. This king is embarrassingly naked. So yeah, should be good for white. Instead, I play knight e5, which is not like the stupidest move ever. Somewhat still better for white. Okay, like f4 was better. I took on d5 and rook e8 is equal after only move f4 if he finds rook e5, yeah? And on rook e5, which move do you think I need to find to, like, hold the draw? Not taking, but taking. And then taking, and he takes, and I take with another check. And then on king e7, yeah, we just take now finally. I mean, this is like weirdest sequence ever. So, yeah, this would have been a fun way to draw the game. He messed it though, and yeah, we punished. Took on b5, white's completely winning. Also, it helped that he blundered the full rook, so yeah, we just took it, and he resigned. But yeah, I mean, this is a good line. Here I couldn't really recall, yeah, what to do. This is pretty much theory, so you can literally get to these positions kind of automatically, and I would suggest, yeah, looking at the game now with the chess.com engine, I think easiest way would have been to take and then take on d4 and just play positional, like rook e1, bishop e5 is just a really simple chess. Okay, we're facing a 24-14, quite high rated, and he tries to Benoni us. When they're trying to Benoni us, we say no thank you to the Benoni, and we just play c3. Give them the opportunity to get back into like the exchange Slav, or transpose to some normal London lines. Okay, I think I might have looked this up today. I don't know. I'm gonna play knight d2. Inviting him to take. Okay, he plays d5. Idea was if he takes, I wanted knight c4 and then queen c3, knight ft2. And white has good comp there. I'm not sure what is going on. But yeah, that's supposed to be good for me. On d5, not sure how to play. Is dc a move? Queen b3 c4, again, I don't necessarily love. Maybe there's queen a3. Okay, how about that idea? Looks reasonable. c4 I'll have queen a3. Just because he has played it with fianchetto. And there's no like bishop on this diag. Can play b3 now and I think we have a solid edge. Taking with the a pawn, of course. Yeah. This looks much better now. Bishop e2. Plan is usually to get like a knight to c5. Whoops. Arrow's going crazy. I'm just gonna castle, yeah. He might be trying knight h5 or something. I play h3 first. Knight d7, idea to do this. Do we mind it? It's gonna create an isolated pawn, so probably we don't. We're actually welcoming that, but never really too sure. I'm never really too sure. Maybe queen a4 is kind of annoying, keeping an eye on this rook. Maybe it's like a pointless move. Maybe it's gonna give him some headaches. Probably he doesn't even care, yeah. He literally doesn't care. Plays king f8. Okay, I think that's a good inclusion for us. King go e5 now. We'll take. Trade like a pair of knights. I think we're fine with that. Like king on knight f3, he takes on c3 at like the end of the line. Not sure I want that, so I'll make this move first maybe. And then knight f3. Keeping it very casual. Just queen a3 I think should be okay. And now knight f3. If he takes, I'm happy. Bishop gets to f3, targeting d5. If he doesn't, we just take on e5 twice. Yeah, that is hanging. Rook d1. Bishop g5 maybe. Rook d7. Oof. How do we play this? Maybe bishop d6 to like c5. Makes some sense. And then ultimately we're gonna bring the bishop to like d4. Bishop f8, queen b2 maybe. Or queen a1, even better. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna play queen a1 just for the sake of it. Maybe b2 was better. Goes h6. I think we'll just slowly improve. We'll just slowly improve the position. Okay, take, play rook d4, double. Yeah, would have been so good if I had queen on b2 and then played it to like there. But yeah, for some reason I had it on a1. Okay, now this is a threat though. Yeah, this wins. This wins because he's unable to defend the pawn. And now we get into that part when we are winning and opponent is trying to flag us. I think you're very well familiar of how that goes generally. Gonna use queen a1 again? No? He goes there. Shit. Bro, I wanna give a check. I just wanna give a check and then resign happily. So please allow me to give a check. Queen b2? Ooh, I could have taken that. Gosh. Okay, queen f6? What is going on? Bro, what is going on? Okay, he should give the queen. And we've got him, let's go. As I was saying, like I think I've checked this line today. Remembering having an eye on this, and yeah, computer thinks is like really good for white. I haven't really gone through how the game is supposed to go and why white is better. I was just kind of, you know, trying to figure it on my own during the game if he would have gone for that, but he decides against it with d5, and I couldn't really find like a nice way to defend the pawn on b2. So then I thought, well, we might just very well go queen b3, and the trick was that we had to, you know, first of all, queen c2 is bad in view of something like this. At this point, maybe you are not worse, but I mean, black has an easier position, I would say. And the other thing, if you trade queens, is normally like very pleasant for black, so was not satisfied by these things, and then yeah, I found out that I can play queen a3. Also remembering I've seen this idea occasionally. It's not like a super popular line here in the London, but yeah, I think queen was well placed here just because the enemy has the fianchetto, because obviously with the bishop on that diagonal, queen on a3 would be a disaster. So he went knight c6, but we were in time with undermining. I played bishop e2. Okay, I allowed him to go knight h5. I kind of missed that. Then I realized I should play h3. Goes knight d7. I should have allowed him to like get in e5. I like to throw in queen a4, you know. Idea was that, well, perhaps in some lines he's unable to take with the knight, because then the rook would have dropped. So he has to take with the bishop, and yeah, I mean, still. White has like pleasant positions. You can go knight f3, castle, anything is better. We've got something similar though in the game, but I do feel like, you know, this inclusion was helping me a bit, just because the king is slightly more, you know, awkwardly placed on like f8. We went for the trades here. Like initially the idea was to go knight f3, and I was a bit afraid of takes and takes on c3. That seems to be losing though to something. Okay, it seems to be losing to like rook c1 and then bishop d5. Yeah, well, I couldn't really tell whether this was a +2 during the game because of rook c7, yeah. So I thought, yeah, I just need to defend the pawn on c3 so we can play knight f3. I think we've got like a typical static advantage here. I think bishop d6 was like really important because, yeah, I mean, we do have a bit of an edge with that pawn on d5, but on the other hand, this pawn on c3 could be slightly vulnerable, so we really had to shut down that bishop on g7, and we do that using the idea that I had in the game. And okay, I could have taken the pawn immediately, which I have to say I forgot about. But okay, I mean, what I did was also decent. Went queen a1. Yeah, I mean, queen a1, queen b2 is pretty much the same. I was constantly thinking of playing c4. I knew it was doable here because we get another weakness on c6. I somehow couldn't really decide on it during the game, so I thought, okay, let's just play it simple. Let's just improve the position little by little with g3, king g2, like that's how the old masters used to play. Then play like h4, improve the position and then see. I mean, even double on the d file next, play queen b2, wait a bit, I mean, go for a coffee. Yeah, wait for the opponent to blunder. You just improve your position, and it's generally like a super effective strategy. Okay, he went bishop e5, I took. At this point I thought, you know, like trading is definitely in my favor because it gives me some extra control over the dark squares. Like for example, I can play rook d4 in this position, and yeah, after he went rook d8 I have many ways to be better. I just liked queen a3, keeping an eye on this rook. Okay, if he plays like rook d7, perhaps we can go c4, yeah, and if it takes, what was point? Oh, we take, yeah, and if he takes then this drops, and if he takes we take with a pawn and then we win, yeah. Okay, this was actually nice. Intermezzo. So queen a3 was, yeah, meant with the c4 idea, and yeah, that's kind of the the downside of having the isolated pawn. Like, let's say sometimes you even defend it with like all of your pieces, but there's always like a pawn move that is undermining it into the end, because you can't move the isolated pawn because something is always like hanging, and that's usually the way to win it. And the rest I would say was pretty straightforward. Wait, what if he takes? Oh, I forgot he can take. Gosh, that was so awful. Should have played queen c5 here and then take. I simply miscounted there. Apparently he also missed it. I went d6. Yeah, here I had only like 20 seconds left. All that I could see was trying to get a queen onto the diagonal. And once we managed to... yeah, the rest was... really simple. Queen actually ended up being really nice on b2, defending the f2 pawn, which I kind of did unintentionally. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to that, but turned out to be really nice also in defense. Like, imagine he has queen f2 in this position. That would be like a disaster. So he goes back, and then, yeah, we have like a mate by force. Oh, I had queen d8 that I've missed, but okay. At this point, anything wins. Wait, what was quicker? Okay, I could play d7. Okay, anything wins. And we've got the game, so I think this actually was quite instructive. The way I've, yeah, tried to improve my position. Maybe it was like not best, but generally it's like a super practical approach. Just improving this little by little and then waiting before you commit to something like c4. Yeah. Alright, I think we can go for the next game. Also, like, it was super important to play queen a3 in that position. Like, if you don't get a good position from the opening, then you're obviously not gonna be able to get any play. Alright, we're facing at 23-36. I'm gonna go d4 and against d5 using the best move order with knight f3. It does go for e6 and then plays with c5. Just gonna go knight bd2. And yeah, looks like we're gonna get into some e6 main lines. It does go knight h5. Gonna play bishop g5, f6, bishop h4. And like the important part is to take on d4 with the c pawn, because if you take this way, there will be knight f4. That's really annoying. So I've looked this up at some point, and I think I'll just start rook c1 so I can have knight b4, bishop b1. Maybe it's just a matter of preferences. It probably doesn't matter that much, but in general, I really like White's play based on yeah, a3 and b4. He does go e5, and I'm debating whether I should sack the exchange. It's probably not working because e5 will be defending at the end. So then the other one would be to just take on e7, queen e7, play e4, and okay, that allows some kind of knight f4, but there's like maybe queen b3. I mean, I'm also like not forced to take. I can play such moves, for example. Okay, there's e4 though, maybe. So I don't know, my instinct tells me to take. And now have to take. And I really wanted to play queen b3 because e4 can just take it. And on like queen b3, I'm assuming he's gonna play like bishop there. Maybe we can sack the exchange in that line. Okay, maybe there's like a simple move such as bishop b5 or like bishop e2. Yeah, I think I'll play queen b3 and then just like bishop e2. I don't know. Queen b3, bishop e6, and then yeah, I think I would like to play e4, but there's this move. That's annoying. Okay, so it does go back with a knight. I wasn't really expecting this because now e4 is actually looking very interesting. So e4, bishop e6, takes bishop c4. Yeah, that should be good. He's having some weaknesses. I believe we take with a knight. Yeah. Big frat. Can I play rook e1? He might go e4. Maybe rook d1. Playing really, really slow. I know. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And on e4. I think just knight g5. Knight d4, maybe queen h3. Maybe just queen e3. Okay, h6 actually asking for queen h3. Wow. And then we have some ideas on e6. Ooh, knight e6, let's go. Got him with a fork. Now we actually have to speed up. Now we really need to speed up. Rook d6 maybe next? Okay, knights with trade. Okay, queen b3 hitting the pawn. Rook f7 is not playable because I take it. Okay, stopping knight g4. Threatening to take on e4 twice. He defends. Gonna play queen e3. Not sure if it's a good move or not. Maybe not. Inclining more to a not. Yeah, just queen e4, try to trade everything. Okay, I'm just playing way too slow. I'm gonna take that. God, I shouldn't blunder. Okay, I mean, we're trading queens next, which is good. His knight is kind of trapped. Okay, it's not trapped yet. Has like knight c1. I can't make moves. e7. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I just did that. No, I was not in time to win it. God. Okay. Well, weird game. I don't know. Weird line, weird game. I think I was like better, but wasn't like a clear plan. Like his e5 move, I know he's not supposed to do that. Like everything was normal, but I don't think he's supposed to play e5. Like, I know a game, maybe like Blue Bomb against Lucas Van Forecht. He played like that, and then this is kind of nice, pushing for white. He went e5 though. I went for like the principal line. Okay, but on bishop e6 what? Okay, bishop e5 is important. I wasn't sure during the game. And like rook b8, there's like queen c3 important, yeah? Hitting this too. On knight f6, went e4. Yeah, hard to say. I haven't got such a big edge. I haven't really got like the biggest advantage ever, but yeah, luckily he blundered with h6. He fell right into what I was just saying, which was queen h3. Pick up the exchange, completely winning, opponent trying to fight, but yeah. Well, he managed to save the draw, but okay. I think I was better start to finish. We are facing a 384, we'll go d4. And against d5 we're going to be using the best move order with knight f3. And now we're going to be playing a bishop to f4. Because we are, yeah. We're going to be facing the Slav setup, it looks like. We'll see whether it's bishop f5 or bishop g4. I think both are playable. And yeah, we could go for the endgames with like c4. But we could also go try to play some simple chess. So I think I'm going to be doing that for this game. You can definitely do both. As you've seen previously doing the speedrun. Going like, yeah, c4 and playing for the endgames is definitely fine. I'm going to be going knight d2. And against knight d7, I think we just take on g6 now, not allowing him to trade knights on e5. And I think I'm gonna play h3. I don't wanna run into knight h5. Keeping a square on h2. On queen b6, I believe we can just castle. It's not like he's threatening queen b2 because of rook b1 and takes on b7. And on bishop e7, I think now c4 comes as a, yeah, really nice move. Idea to play c5. Goes rook h5. I don't know where that rook is heading to. Maybe he just wants g5, but still. Don't think it's the right idea. And also like there might be like a funny tactic. b4, g5, there's like bishop e2 and we win the g5 pawn, yeah? Oh, he tries e5. That I missed, but okay, you can just drop the bishop to like h2, I believe. He can take on d4, don't really mind it. On e4, just bishop e2, hitting the rook, and I mean, we can just push, no? b5. We're making some progress. Not even gonna waste time for like a4. Think we're getting really quick progress on that side. Idea is to take now and play queen a4. Try g5, we'll just take. I think that's too slow. Queen a4 now. If rook c, there's very annoying bishop a6 move. Hitting the rook, and not sure how he's willing to defend. That is actually running into the same motif. And can we take? He's got some knight jams, but where? Like g4. Don't really buy that. We can take on d5. Yeah, I mean, it's strange because like I can also play something else, like bishop b7. I think that might be easier. Yeah, bishop b7. Could also do this and that. So like queen c6, knight g4. And then like queen d5, I can take everything. But like literally everything, yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna go for that. It's too tempting not to go for it. He plays g4. Wow. Wow. Okay, there. Spending a bit too much time also. I don't like that. Just gonna go there. Knight has like no good jumps, I believe. As far as I can see. Ooh, I think I could have trapped the queen. I can also do it now. Yeah, maybe it was even better on like the next move. Bishop c7, knight h5. How is that line? I think we've got to go for it. So like knight h5. Maybe take on h6. Okay, I could do anything there. I'm gonna stop calculating that. Okay, he takes on h3. Can I be collecting the queen? Am I missing something? I don't think so. Just playing down a queen. The usual stuff. Bishop to c8. Idea to take. Okay, you can just move like rook b1. Rook h1, just take. Position. Yeah, looks okay for me. Gonna be taking and then playing like rook b. Oh, I can't play rook b7 because this has been opened up. Gotta give this check. Rook b7 then. And the knight is also dropping, yeah. f7 drops. Everything drops. Okay, queen f4. Something, something. Where is my mate? I'm wondering what is my checkmate. Have you guys seen my checkmate? I don't see my checkmate. Okay, I can see it now. There it is. All right, we've got him. Okay, I think that was an interesting game. As I was saying in the opening, you could play c4 against the Slav setup. That is definitely what would be my main recommendation. But also, if you're trying to get more of like, let's say, simple chess, then you could also go for this approach. Play like knight c3, castle, rook c1, e4. Yeah, it's just like really simple to play. And also a bit more pleasant for white, I would say. Opponent went bishop to g6, making it a bit more interesting, and generally against this line, you can pretty much do anything. You can take, you can play c4, but personally, I like going knight e5, and then, yeah, still keeping the idea to take with a pawn if he was taking, and on knight d7, he is already threatening to just take on e5, so it's time to grab the bishops now. So I took, and then also I'm not castling because I was afraid of knight h5. Maybe there's bishop e5, I remember checking this line, but forgot during the game, so I played h3, so I can have bishop h2 on knight h5, and after queen b6 I think c4 came in even better, because yeah, he's pretty much, as I was saying, never really in good shape after taking because of rook b7 and the queen is misplaced, and yeah, I mean my rook is very active. And on bishop to e7, yeah, c4 was working quite well again, c5 winning at tempo, b4, yeah, g5, as I was saying, was running into the same bishop e2 idea, and then rook has to move, but we end up picking up the pawn. Also, we can just move the bishop, that's also perfectly fine. He went e5, would have taken with the idea on knight e5 there was bishop e2. I kind of panicked a bit and rushed with bishop h2, which is also like much better anyways. And yeah, I thought there's like no need to play for it, because after b5 if he takes, I mean, bishop would be really nicely placed there with like a lot of pressure against the enemy possession. He went g5, rest was like pretty simple. Not sure I went for like the best. Yeah, I could have also played bishop b7, that was also something I considered, together with that as well. I took, yeah, bishop takes on b8 or c7, anything wins. Picked up the queen, and yeah, rest was pretty okay, I would say. Here I almost hanged the queen, which was like funny. But okay, then it's just, yeah, game. We're facing 24-40 National Master. Gonna go knight f3 on the second move. And yeah, hopefully we'll get into some London main lines. Let's play with the early bishop to d6. Just gonna go knight b to d2, allowing him to take. He's delaying taking. I'm gonna go c3 and on b6. I think I have h4 as a line. Let's go c5, I mean. He's probably having in mind queen c7 and knight there, or simply to play knight c6. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this, and in case of queen c7 I'll take on d6 and take on c5. Okay, he just goes knight c6, meaning now we can play bishop g3 and we transpose to the main lines. And he's obviously threatening to play e5, so we just need to stop that in order to be better. And now we're getting into this type of positions, and I wish I remember how to defend that one. We can either play knight f3 or f4. I think both moves are fine, definitely. I think I'll go f4. He plays with f6, and now I remember knight f3 being a move. I think they usually take. And like, I'm expecting b6 from my opponent here. And then we have a great move that I know by heart. I've actually made a video about this, it's pretty funny. And now the queen's actually coming. And that is just very powerful. I was yeah, waiting to get in this really satisfying queen lift. Maybe bishop h7 is like a threat. Queen h5 knight g5. Yeah, I think that's actually winning now. The knight's coming in. Wait, can he defend with knight f6? Wait, he might have knight f6. He has g6. Oh gosh, I forgot about this. No, I just messed up such a great position. No, I was supposed to just push the h-pawn. No. Feels so bad. No. I just blundered this game away. Gonna resign it, not gonna waste time playing this position. Gosh, I messed up such a nice prep. My heart is broken right now. My heart is broken. I had this prepped all the way to queen g4. And then I had 15 moves of prep and one move I need to make myself, and then I resign. Yeah, I took on h7. Only one move made by myself over the board, and then I resign. Gosh. This was like such a good position. Push the h-pawn. It's just crashing. Feels so bad. Okay, reap. But remember this idea, guys. Like, you can play better than me. b6, go queen a4, queen's coming in. And white's doing very well. And we're facing a national master, Todd Bryant. Gonna open up with d4. He is also 23-14 and gonna be using the second knight f3 move order. And yeah, hopefully we can get into some spicy main lines. Gonna get knight d2. This is like really important. Do not play c3 in this position because black is doing well after queen b6, and we might be getting into the alpha 0 pawn sacrifice lines for the first time in the speedrun. So he does go for g6, which is actually a really hot theoretical debate. I'm gonna go e4. This is kind of the new try here. I have a video about this line, and I believe taking... I'm not sure if this is like correct. I'm pretty sure bishop e5 was the point. And then on queen c5, some kind of knight e4. Can't really tell. Maybe queen c5 I'm just supposed to castle. ef3. Yeah, can't really remember the theory, which is a bit funny, but okay. Do we take and take on e4? Oh, we can't take on e4. Never mind. Don't make illegal moves. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I think we can castle. He takes the knight, and then queen f3 is unpleasant. He can take on b5, giving up the queen, but then I believe we take on f6. Or something like that. Wait. I think that's how the line goes. Queen f3, queen b5, bishop f6. That's like something really theoretical. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, queen b5, bishop f6. He gives up the queen anywhere. And then the position is like equal, but in my video I end up saying that I feel like it's easier to play with the queen, right? I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, knight's coming into like e4. Maybe knight d6 ideas. Could have also played knight c4. Not sure which one was better. Goes bishop e7. Just gonna go knight d6. He has to take now, I'm assuming, which does not look pretty. Do I take this way or I take with a pawn? I really like taking with a pawn because we are having kind of a mating net. And do we win with rook e1? Bishop e6, takes king f8. Maybe d7, threatening mate. He has rook g7 still. Okay, queen d6. I think I found a very nice line. Let's go for this. King f8, d7. Okay, so we have like at least a perpet. Okay, d7 maybe has this move that I missed. Okay, that's not good. Gonna go check again. We might have to repeat. I don't like this. Okay, boys, we might have to actually repeat. Yikesy. I wanted this, and I thought he has to play this move, but apparently he can just do this. And if he actually manages to do that, then I'm lost, so I'll have to repeat, yeah. Good game. I think I've missed something. I'm not sure. Let's actually jump right into the analysis scene. Pretty sure this was like theory until this moment. I played a brilliant move, guys. Watch out. Took one f3 with a queen. Insane. Who would have thought? Okay, I mean, frankly speaking, the chess.com engine doesn't really understand this position. He took on b5, I knew it's fury. And then, yeah, he can take anywhere. I took 94. He also found rook b8. I mean, what the hell? This is like perfect game between noobs. What is this? And then I also have to take Kaza, otherwise it's like, bro, this is legit like the perfect 3+0 game. What the hell was that? Jesus Christ. I'm curious, like, what's the game review? Can we see like the percentage and that kind of stuff? Bro, I want to see it. Give it to me. It's 99.2 for both players. Not sure if you guys can actually see it. Wow. I mean, if they're too well booked up, man, I mean, you can play whatever. E4, Rui Lopez, I don't care. All kind of ultimate mainlines. You're not gonna beat them. Same in the London. If they go for this like super topical G6, I mean, people don't really play G6 here. I mean, this is kind of a GM thing. Only GMs used to play this line, in the database at least. It's like very good. Most of the people play E6 and then we get into like the Alpha 0 lines after like Bishop E7 and then this E4 move. Idea if it takes that we go Knight C4, and if they take, there's like Rook B3 and then the queens get trapped and White's actually winning. So yeah, by the way, funny line here after the Alpha 0 pawn sack. How is it going? Wait. So yeah, castle. Let's say they take, we go there. Idea to play Rook B3. And if they go Queen A3, there's like Knight C4. And if they take, there's like this mate. That is like a funny trap in the in the Alpha 0 line. I actually have like a separate video dedicated to trappy lines coming from this position on YouTube. Right after Bishop B5 or like Queen A3, it's kind of the same. I mean, it's not the same, but it can transpose. Alright, we're facing a 2370 from Serbia. Gonna go D4 and against Knight F6 we'll play second move Bishop to F4. And against C5 I think we'll just try to keep it simple with E3. They can still go Queen B6. But it looks like we might just go back to the normal lines. Does play Queen B6 in this fashion. I have a choice between going Knight D2 and playing Knight C3. I think I like Knight C3 because if he takes I have Knight B5, and against A6 I think I'm liking to simply play A3. He can't take because of Knight A4. We're winning the queen. And on D6, I mean, there are lines when we can take. Trying to play it as a Jabava London. Can also just like develop Bishop D3. Okay, Bishop D3, maybe he takes. I'll take myself. See what he wants to take with. Okay, Queen takes, but just Bishop D3. Like, that's usually how you deal with this early Queen B6, Agate Maters, anti-London type of lines. Do we have Knight A4 in some lines? Queen A7 might be forced. Okay, I think we'll play E4 and then we have ideas like that. Like that I was saying. On Knight E5, perhaps we can take and play Bishop E3. Generally, it's not like the greatest idea to take on E5, but maybe it's okay here. Okay, so I'm just gonna take, and Bishop E3 seems to be the simple reaction. Queen C7, and how about Knight A4? Maybe he plays Knight D7. But then C4, I mean, it looks good for me. Expecting this move. Now threat is B5, so we play C4. Maybe even advance with like C5, and eventually the knight will land on B6. Yeah, we'll play for B4 and C5 now. The bishop would be pretty dumb on B7. Should have started with B4 maybe, not to allow this. Could also not matter that much. B4? So if he takes and plays Bishop D7, just Queen back to B3. Now c5 next. And I'm gonna have 3 against 2. Probably gonna create a passed pawn. Can also take with a pawn. But like, feels simpler to take with a bishop. Hitting the queen and the pawn. Queen b8 maybe. Okay, now I can simply take. Could also play this move. Idea that I'm threatening rook c7 if he castles. Could have also taken immediately, but like no need to rush with it. And on that move I can start with rook c1, maybe. Because like if he castles there might still be a threat of rook c7. Or maybe it's not. It might actually not matter. How about I take? Okay, that's doable as well. I'll just play there and then take with a queen. I took forever to take this decision, which was pretty simple. Okay, f6 I have queen d6. And yeah, I'm gonna take pawn. He's gonna castle eventually. I think we can just... I could activate. Just gonna make like a luft. That was a bit of a soft move. Yeah, I knew he can go for something like this. As long as I'm getting rook b1 and I start pushing, I should be good. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna be in time to win this, which is a pity. My opponent played really poorly. But okay. Maybe queen c5. No, I had rook c8 there. I thought he's playing it the other way. And we flagged him, wow. Insane how we can flag these people with like no time. If we go through the opening... Yeah, I mean, there are like many lines. I think knight c3 is like a universal answer. And then a3. And yeah, I took on c5. I like to get back into the Jababa. Went e4, which felt reasonable. Yeah, took on e5, bishop e3. All standard so far. c4 again, very standard. And yeah, it just looked very well played. Rook c1 was decent. Could have started b4, avoiding knight c5. Not like knight c5 is greatest move ever, but he got in some trades. But anyways, managed to push c5. Can he go b5? It always looks very questionable because of c6 generally. But apparently here it's not working, and I'd have to play it more like positional. Computer is suggesting a funny idea. Bishop b1, and after castle they like bishop d2. Idea to switch the queen. And I think, yeah, white is just like much better. And not only that we're switching the queen, but I mean, we're also coming with this bishop. Okay, here we can take on h6, but if they play like something else, bishop's coming this way, and I definitely see this being much better. But in the game after c5, he took, and yeah, it was pretty clear that I'm winning at least a pawn. Couldn't see better. Queen a8. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't played queen d6. I said queen d6 against f6, but now, I mean, I just, my mind just frozen for a bit. Just play queen d6, rook c7, and it's gonna be resignable pretty soon. And then, okay, like it's winning anyways, but now it's not simple at all. And okay, here like rook c8 to win, but I had no time. Endgame actually might still be better. Yeah? Somehow endgame is still like better after g4 than king e4. This is still winning, yeah? With equal pawns. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate you checking out another one from the same series. Or if you perhaps are looking for a weapon with the black pieces, then you can click on the video that is related to the French defense. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you around on the channel. Take care.